I feel like this is another one of those times. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Like, we really are spoiled as StarCraft fans when you sit there and think about it. Don't you think? They had like Challenger, NA Challenger, EU Challenger happening on this channel, and now it's just Oceania all day. It's like you sit down on Twitch, you push a button, and you can watch a StarCraft tournament at any time. Isn't that sick?
What a life. It's
What
good.
a life.
It's amazing, man. You know, how long's this game been out now? And it's still so much support. So
Nearly
many players.
8 years.
So many tournaments. Everything about this is just amazing.
It's actually StarCraft's 8th birthday in just over a month.
Wow. Mine too.
Whoa.
Whoa, what's going on there?
Moonglade and StarCraft 2 combined?
What does it mean?
What does it mean? I feel like I wanna put like one of those Illuminati triangles in the chat. But
Get the next best thing, mate. It's Dreamcatcher. Practically the same sign.
Let's go with that. In the top left here, from SYF, earning himself a top 3 spot. This is the Terran player HuT.
Causing a massive upset over Probe. And down here in the bottom right, in the blue, we do have the Vietnamese Zerg, the one that keeps it spicy, Meomaika.
So it's, you know what? I am just looking at that mini-map for the bottom right, Pig. Moonglade. I wanna see what Meomaika does in this game, because he is insane. He truly is. He's so hard to predict. I got no idea what he's gonna have up for us in store here for this game.
Well, especially on this map too, because it is such a big map. What can Meomaika do to create like aggression, to create like an intense situation? I think the only thing is like you've got Nidus, or you're playing like a mid to late game, because it's going to be so hard to put on the pressure.
Well, so far it's all looking pretty regular. Hatch, pool, no gas yet. I guess that's the only difference is that it's not hatch gas pool, but that's not the hugest deal here. It's not a huge one at all. And HuT is just going for what looks to be a Reaper expand on the other side of the map.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary for HuT at all. And I think that's exactly how we should play it. I think the perfect way to play it is exactly how C. Keep it standard, keep it safe, and just absorb any sort of damage and try and nullify it. Because that is all Meomaika is going to do. He's going to go crazy. He's going to try and get it scrappy. So just survive.
Survive. There's going to seconds barracks going down here, so it looks like a 2-1-1 here from HuT. And Seether did do a 2-1-1 and hold against a Roach Nidus attempt from Meomaika. Well, actually, he cast the Nidus, but a big Roach attack. And that went really well for Seether. But, you know, you're absolutely right. It has to be all about getting that Reaper on the other side of the map and not losing it. You can't lose that Reaper. You got to keep Meomaika on his toes and keep him honest, scouting that tech.
I like this 2-1-1 as well, because even if he doesn't Nidus, it gives him a lot of Marines to play with, defense and aggressive. If the damage never comes, the aggression never comes, he can start the drop play. And that's definitely what empowered Seether in that game as well. It's just about figuring out what's Meomaika going to do. He's got a third base on the way now. What is this? This is abnormal. This is not right.
DAE macro game?
I'm a little uncomfortable right now.
Hatcheries. This is a regular Zerg game.
He's flipping it. He's flipping the table. He's flipping this game on its head.
Someone else sitting on Meomaika's PC right now? And that's the next question.
Wow. We should IP trace this. What's going on here?
I mean, it's the same IP if he's playing on the same computer. So I'm just wondering if there's a different human being on that PC.
Maybe, man. It's the only thing that makes sense at this point.
Right.
And Meomaika's like, I've actually been practicing my macro game as well.
Dude, I'm looking everywhere. Losing that Reaper really sucks for HuT. Did he see that third?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Excellent.
At least he's got that going, but still, even at this point, it's so scary to lose your Reaper against someone like Meomaika.
Haven't seen a single Roach Warren from Mio. He's on 0 Roach Warrens right now. That's insane to me.
I would have expected at least 2 by this point.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 Roach Warrens by now. It's pretty crazy. Well, he's got those 2 lings sitting across the map just for a little bit of a scout here. Not looking too much for SUV damage. There's plenty of Marines here. And seeing that many Marines is a bit of a tell. You're like, all right, I think those are going to go into medevacs.
Yep.
This is a nice quick layer here from Meomaika, and he is going to start taking his gases as well. Is he going to get all of his gases or just the 2? So just the 2 for now.
Just the 2, and no bailing us yet either, which makes me a little nervous for like the potential double drop coming his way soon. The Marines are going to be extremely effective against Lings alone.
Yeah, Lings on their own, if the medevacs fully unload all of their Marines, they can trade against an embarrassingly high amount of Lings. So having Queens in position is important. If you don't have Banelings, usually a Spore or a Queen helping out against the medevacs. But yeah, HuT is loading up. He's missing 1 Marine for the drop, but it's still quite powerful with Stem just about to finish up. That is a pretty on-the-money 2-1-1 here.
Yep, that is a powerful 2-1-1, and it has been uninterrupted. Ooh, hunting
I
overlords.
like what he's doing here. Yeah, like he's not beelining to Meomaika's main like a lot of people would with this 2-1-1. He's actually going to clear up overlords on the way through, and that supply blocks Mio actually. He has 3 overlords on the way, so it's not the hugest of deals. And HuT's pulling back with one of these medevacs. It's looking like he actually wants to overlord hunt more than anything.
Ooh, maybe he's stim killing this one because it is over the edge, and I like this a lot. I believe.
So he has the ability basically to scan and take out some creep here, but Meomaika does surround and push back those Marines. So many roaches coming out of Meomaika. That's...
Oh, look at that snipe.
Headshot.
Love it. Headshot. First blood. Well, not finding too much damage, but clearing the overlords, which is super important as well. There's no overlords on the map anymore, except for rounding the bases. Now combining his army.
Mio's making a bit of a creep highway, Moonglade, and with all these roaches coming out, I'm feeling like he might start turning up the heat in the top left side of the map, you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying, man, and I'm liking it.
Picking up when I'm putting down, you eating when I'm cooking?
I'm eating all of it, man. I'm coming back for seconds right now.
Coming back for seconds, yep. All right. HuT loses a couple Marines here, but he sees those roaches. And luckily for him, he's got those siege tanks coming out back at home. He's got a 3rd CC, but he's making it in the main, safe as possible.
Yeah, this is interesting, just going for the straight-up roach attack here. Not going to find too much traction with these 2 siege tanks here, and these double dropping into the main base could do a lot of damage if left unchecked.
Mio didn't leave many units back at home. He's coming back with whatever he's was rallying across the map. They pull it back. That's plenty of Zerg units, though. So he has to drop out of here. And Mio is making a lot of drones as well. He's going to shoot ahead in economy very shortly here with that 3rd. Going to be sort of, you know, well saturated here for the Zerg. I don't see these roaches doing too much now. He's got multiple siege tanks. Yeah, that's a that is a locked down natural right there.
Yeah, that ain't being busted by anything right now. Still no bailing nest for Meomaika, so he's just going to be relying on the power of upgraded roaches and a lot of lings, at least for this mid game.
This is how he likes to play, very, very roach heavy. And there's a double armory for HuT going down here. He has double NG Bay and double armory. Hashtag Gumiho, question mark?
I love the upgrades, man. They're so good against Zerg as well, you know. Terran upgrades are just the best.
Yeah, well, I mean, double upgrades. Maybe you can get air attack and ground attack for his Terran units here. If he wants to go into Liberators, which usually makes a lot of sense against this roach play. He's got 2-2 on the way here. This position for siege tanks, one of the reasons why Terrans do so well on this map.
Got to be careful. Those tanks are pretty exposed from behind, but it doesn't look like Meomaika's going to take advantage of that. Now
there it goes.
Oh, no.
And all the Marines are on this side, so he can't protect those siege tanks. The tanks are doing a lot of damage, and the Biles are actually connecting with some of these medevacs here, which are very low at hit points. HuT getting deflected.
Big deflection there. Look at that supply difference as well. Granted, it is quite inflated by roaches, but that's powerful, man. It's going to be hard for us to get a 3rd base anytime soon with that kind of army on the map left unchecked.
Yeah. This is a little bit dicey. This 3rd CC is certainly going to be lifted and put back to safer area here. And double mech upgrades going down for HuT. He's getting armor and +1 attack. So those tanks are getting double upgrades. And I guess the medevacs as well. Couple more factories going down. Things going to go super heavy into tank production here.
I like this.
He's going to go very, very heavy tank production.
Make this happen, man. A little too late on the rock kills here. The whole army is out.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be running up the ramp. All are going down.
Those vials, he didn't pick up into those medevacs. He took the ground path, and those vials got a lot of Marines there.
Wow. That was insane, man. Just about every Marine annihilated from that. Wow. Very unfortunate there. Very unlucky not to see that entire Roach ball get past the rocks before he could kill them.
A couple of mistakes here from HuT, but this interesting double armory style for this mass siege tag production on the cards for him here as he comes up for this double drop on the outside. Meomaika hasn't seen it just yet. A lot of his overlords have been bullied off the map, so Meomaika doesn't have the map vision that he would normally want. HuT's going to get a couple overlords here, but I don't see him doing too much else. Gets 3 overlords and pulls back. Hydras are on the way for Meomaika. You got a Hydra Den, and that's going to be important because once again he's in one of those TVZs where he hasn't really got a way to deal with medevacs.
Yeah, very important. And we are also seeing a lot of Liberators come 2 at a time. HuT really needs that third base.
Engaging those links for a little bit, and you're absolutely right. That third CC floating through the air, not being on location, not saturated, is really hurting him. See Meomaika's up nearly 20 workers here. HuT's got to get those rocks down. He does get them down just in time. And now he's got to get a nice siege line set up at that third base, or Meomaika should be able to overwhelm it with this Roach army. He's got a lot of Roach Ravager here.
Yeah,
the tanks are here, though.
Setting up shop.
That's it. And with this many tanks, this looks to be an overextension for Meomaika.
A lot of damage.
Put it back down. Get that back down the ground right now. You need that third CC.
He needs gas. He needs money.
Ooh, double Liberator harassment. Stacking on one base. 5 drones going down, and they both survive.
Okay. Finding a couple of Hydras for his trouble as well down here. You've got to be careful now that they're out. Nice drop play though. He's keeping the pressure on with this double Medivac drop and these Liberators.
Yeah, drop play, very, very powerful against the Zerg that has a big ball of units like this. And that's the thing. Oh, losing that Medivac with a lot of units there really sucks for HuT. But, I mean, he has those 3 factories. He's got a lot of siege tag production coming out for him back at home. His tank count is already quite nice. He's got 6, heading up towards 8 now. Not bloody bad. He's going to have a very scary looking push, but Meomaika already has Hives, got Vipers on the way. 3-3 on the way for his Roach Ravager Hydra army.
Meomaika ain't playing around, man.
Nah, dude. He's actually playing a late game ZVT, like a you know, mostly regular Zerg.
Yeah, he's playing like a boss right now. He knows exactly what he has to do, and he's making it happen, getting these Vipers out in perfect time to deal with this mass tank sort of play. He's going to probably need a few more than that, but yeah, he's definitely on his way, and he's maxed out.
He certainly is. And HuT's, another full medevac getting taken down there, but even then, like, there's Vipers, you can just abduct that thing. The medevac was never going to escape. Ultra Cavern going to be dropped down here at the 3rd, or actually that's the 4th base for Meomaika. This push from HuT, though, that looks scary. That's a lot of tanks.
If that gets set up, that's going to be an absolute pain to deal with, even if he does have these Vipers.
Okay, triple factory siege tank production. Will it be enough here? It's going to be so much firepower. These tanks got +1 attack and +1 armor, funnily enough. The Vipers with blinding clouds. He's blinding clouding the bio here, and there's still so many more tanks that aren't blinded. I think HuT, if he pulls back here, gives Meomaika a little bit of ground. I think his tank line is going to do a lot of damage.
Oh, it's going to be so close.
Coming down.
So many tanks in the back still shelling away, but the Marine count is big. But at the same time, all the rabbits and roaches have been dribbled as well. All these...
Meomaika, stop attacking into these tanks! Stop it! Stop it! I can't believe he's just kept attacking those tanks, dude!
Don't kill the hatchery either.
Don't do it! He's like, wait. He's like, wait, I need that.
Yeah, let's hope a drop doesn't find that anytime soon.
Oh, God.
Wow.
I mean, that engagement went all right for HuT. Meomaika still has the army advantage, but HuT's got this army of tanks still available, and he's primarily on Hydras here. These blinding clouds need to be pretty on the money for Meomaika. Oh, this is nice, catching a reinforcement.
Tank scout.
A tank scouting, yeah, scouting tank, very vintage for mid-game TVC.
Yeah, can confirm there is an army there. And a lot of tanks here. Not many bio to kind of keep this safe there.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about here, is there's not much of a bio meat shield for these tanks. And with blinding clouds, these Hydras and Lings should be able to clean this up.
Yeah, they're going to take a bit of damage.
Yeah. There's much better cleanup here with these blinding clouds. Nice Viper control. Good engagement for Meomaika. Very, very good engagement.
Man, well, yeah, maybe a little too aggressive from HuT there. Should have probably waited for, you know, Vikings and more bio to kind of just keep this army safe, this tank count safe. It's such an important thing to have right now, is as many tanks as possible.
Well, the rocks are down in the middle here, and Meomaika is looking to attack up to the north. HuT really can't lose too many more Marines. He's got to keep those alive. He's got 3-3 for them finishing up, which is going to be very, very nice. But 3-3 is done for the Hydras of Meomaika. Those Vipers are sharking around. They're looking for that planetary at the top north here.
And, oh, they're going to find it. The tanks are out of position here. It's only sieging up now. If you get some good blinding clouds up.
He killed one of those Vipers there. Second Viper going down. All the Vipers are dead. If these tanks can get set up, Meomaika's going to take a ton of damage, but the planetary's getting really, really low.
Oh, he's going to get it. But at what cost, Maynard? What cost indeed?
I mean, the cost was his army, Moonglade. That's answering your question right there.
Well
he
said.
lost all of it. And all of his Vipers are dead. He's going to make 4 fresh new Vipers to have any kind of spellcaster in this game. He's also switching into Ultras.
Was it worth it?
I don't think so. There was a lot of Hydras that went down there, and you can just lift off the main and take that 4th back.
Looks like we're seeing a counterattack now. Rotation to the top right where the gold is. Good scout from HuT. Doesn't want to engage in it with just his bio alone. Creep spread up this way is getting pretty fresh as well, by the way.
Yeah, that's a nice big highway here for Meomaika, so he can keep rotating around to the north here. He doesn't have a whole lot of creep spread on the left hand, like at the bottom side of the map, so that might be a pretty nice way for HuT to send his army. There's some scan and get rid of this creep at the front door. Yeah, good move here.
It's like a single creep tumor that's just like crept its way up throughout the whole map. Cheeky.
I like this from HuT. Just breaking up a few Marines and going down the south, like no medevac support, no tanks, no nothing. Just probably, you know, trying to catch Meomaika out of position and going for a drone line. Meomaika is helping HuT by lowering the hit points of these hatcheries very, very far. He didn't make any extra evos or anything like that.
Yeah, very.
Just kill this hatchery if he right clicks on it.
Get this cabin as well.
Yeah, that's a nice pick off. The Ultras do have kindness and +3 though, so they do not die easily to Marines.
Yeah.
Gold going down here, nice pick off.
I'm surprised we're not seeing really any sort of transition from Marine tank as well for HuT. You know, going into Ghost, going into Liberator, going into Viking to help out with the Vipers as well. All these things could have probably helped out a little bit.
Meomaika trying for a counterattack here. So many tanks from HuT. He's got 4 Vipers, but the tanks are spread really nicely here. Lots of bio as well. Can these Ultras get rid of this bio? It looks like the Ultra is going to go down. A few of them are actually stuck behind the Hydras here. The Ultras aren't helping at all. There they go. Now they're starting to come on in. These tanks down at the planetary aren't in range of this battle. They're not helping out yet. Now they are.
Now they are. It looks like the right side will be cleaned up, but there's still these Ultras is going to town in the natural here. Eventually might be cleaned up thanks to the help of these tanks, but the bio alone are not doing the job. Too much armor on these Ultras.
Yeah, certainly. And Blinding Cloud even going down on that ramp for Meomaika. HuT repositions these tanks to try and catch the Ultras on the way out. He needs to try and target fire down these hurt Ultras and take less and less damage. Another Blinding Cloud going down the ramp here. I don't know about these Blinding Clouds, but I guess he has more energy where that came from these Vipers. His tanks move on down into the natural. They're just unsieged, stutter stepping here to try and kill these Ultras. Meomaika continuing this pressure. HuT has an opportunity to move those tanks in from the 4th base at the top right-hand side.
Yeah, keeping him for now. Don't do it. He's got no Blinding Cloud left.
Yeah, that's it. He's been Blinding Cloud in the ramp. And this bio is actually chasing this Ultra back. Might have killed it as well.
He might get more than that.
He's too thick. He's got to watch that carb intake. Get back on the treadmill.
Yeah, man. And Meomaika is kind of running out of steam here, man. Losing that base in the top right. Only just started, finished up the one on the bottom left. He's got to be careful here. He doesn't have the income he wishes, and he just killed one of his expansions.
Jesus Christ. I actually, like, want to bury my face in my hands.
We all saw it coming.
Oh, yeah, I know. It was going to happen, but god damn it.
Ooh, good position for HuT. Scan ahead, though, buddy. Get rid of those tumors.
Oh, these Hydras, what are you doing, man?
No.
What are you doing? Oh, no.
It's all going wrong for Mike. They're out in the middle of nowhere. Stimming in to win here. Oh, so many Hydras going down for free now.
Oh, the Viper's even actually too close to the bio. There we go. They just pulled back south. It feels like Meomaika is actually a little uncomfortable with a tier 3 army. As it feels. Like it just seems like it. Lots of mass binding clouds on the bio while trying to attack into a natural, not saving them for the siege tanks. And just a little bit of sloppy Ultralist control, and all of a sudden he's in a position where just Marines and siege tanks at the 19-minute mark of the game are looking to actually close the deal here.
Beautiful spread of tanks there. Blind count ain't going to help you at all. Meomaika looks like he's clustering up to attack. A lot of reinforcement just running into the tank line, and here comes
So many Vipers. Yeah, that's a ton of blinding clouds, but that's a ton of tanks here. He still has that triple factory alive, and he is still producing so many more Marines rallying on down here with more and more tanks. Hutchin has way too much. GG! HuT wins game 1 against Meomaika on Dreamcatcher, and that was one of the most entertaining games I've seen in a long time.
Oh my goodness, man, that was ridiculous. Just the amount of tanks at the end there. Didn't need anything else. So what? You got 10 Vipers? Cool story, bro. I got like 20 tanks.
There wasn't even a single Viking in that game.
Not a single Viking.
Marine siege tank.
Not a single ghost. I like it, man. Bring it back. Let's just have Marine
That is how I would love to play late game TVZ. I wish it worked for me. I really wish it did. Triple factory production, +3 attack, mass siege tank with a ton of bio with 3/3 upgrades.
Just heavy upgrades. I love it, man.
Mwah.
It's fun to watch too for both sides, you know.
It is very exciting.
Zerg dealing with that and Terran, you know, killing Zerg with that. Both, it's fun to watch. I had a great time.
It did, like, I know that, you know, we meme on Meomaika a little bit as being like that aggressive guy that just, you know, tries to end the game really, really early, like he gets a 3rd hatchery, but that's probably as far as he goes. But this late game ZVT actually did see a little bit of wonkiness controlling that tier 3 army, like the overextension of the Ultras, the Vipers, like having almost too many Vipers in the end of that game, and the blinding clouds being a little bit wonky for him. Like,
yeah, the Ultras getting caught behind the Hydras was really sticky situation with that big fight, kind of the deciding fight when he made it into the natural. Like there was literally like 5 Ultras stuck behind Hydras shooting at Marines for most of that fight. So I think that was a big mistake from Meomaika, just positioning in general. But you know, it's also kind of refreshing to see Meomaika play that kind of game, you know, and he played it pretty well until the end there, except for killing his hatchery with his Vipers. Besides that, he was pretty good.
Yeah. A little awkward. All right, well, the players are ready, and we're in the lobby for Lost and Found here. And this is actually an even better map for Marine Siege Tank, in my opinion, but Dreamcatcher has so many juicy spots. HuT really played that one very, very well.
Lost and Found.
Just like Moonglade, lost his StarCraft passion and then found it again.
I never lost my StarCraft passion. I just had to get a job.
Yeah, that's losing your StarCraft passion.
Oh, okay. I lost
losing your StarCraft passion and applying the need to adult. Yeah, bills are scary. I'm with you on that one. In the bottom left here, currently down on the series, hailing from Vietnam, this is Meomaika.
And up here in the top right, up a game on match point to get to Valencia and a bunch of money. It is SYF's HuT.
Dude, one map away from top 2.
Dude.
He's so close. He can smell the sangria and taste the paella. He's one that has some bonita senoritas and a good time on the beach as well. It is so close.
Some tapas, perhaps?
Some tapas, yeah, that's it.
Don't mind if I do. I had tapas in Valencia. It was delicious.
I'd imagine that would probably be the best place to have tapas.
Can confirm from experience. So I went to Valencia once upon a time.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very fortunate. Yeah. Good times, man.
Very fortunate. We'll see how fortunate HuT and or Meomaika will be here.
You can just almost feel the nerves right now, right? They're playing for all the cards. This is it. This is why everyone's in this tournament. This is why they devoted their weekend to this tournament.
I would be a complete mess. I'd have sweaty palms. I'd be blood drained from my face. I'd be whiter than a sheet. I'm already pretty white, but I'd be like even whiter.
I'd have the butterflies, man. But
the butterflies.
I like the butterflies. It feels good.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Did you feel those butterflies around at 4 a.m. all those years ago?
Yeah, man. More than ever. That was the biggest butterfly moment. Actually, no, the biggest butterfly moment was GSL, and that was the one time it affected me negatively.
Oh.
That's why I played so bad, but that's another story for another time.
Yeah. Those FXO days.
Oh.
It's like,
how dare you say that?
My bad. So we got a pretty regular opening here from HuT, going for the 1-1-1 opener. He's got that factory getting dropped down there, and Probably going for a little bit of Hellion pressure here in the early stages of the game. Reaper looking for anything, really. It's like, he's not going across the map because he knows that Meomaika has that prevalence to sort of go pull first and get a bowl of lings out, try and delay your natural. So he's not sending that Reaper across the map just yet. In fact, Meomaika's doing exactly that right now.
I like that. Sneaking around. Could do some very good potential damage here. These lings are going to be finding this SCV. Not nearly close enough to get the CC done.
Ooh, that's frustrating. Whew, I know how that feels.
Yeah, man. That is a painful one.
And you're stuck making a reactor, like you're like, ugh, this guy. There's a third CC very quickly from HuT, and one Marine should be enough.
Now the Reaper's back to clean up. And they're finally going to get that CC done, but it definitely slowed things down. Very nicely done from Meomaika.
I think going for this really greedy third command center from HuT could actually pay off really, really well if Meomaika starts to lock things down. And it looks like Meomaika is locking things down. He's even getting a wall off here. Double Evo is really afraid about the Hellions by the looks of things.
Leaning on up shop. 2 Evo chambers. What does it mean? And that was a cancel in ling speed as well, by the way. BT dubs. Carapace? Oh, wait, no, sorry. Ling speed actually just finished. I was trolling you guys.
Keeping us on that tone, Moonglade.
Gotcha, mate. Gotcha.
You got me. You got me good. That's a nice grenade there from the Reaper. Gets in the main. He sees no lair. He scans the natural as well. Sees the gases. Missed the lair, though. The lair just started as the Reaper died.
Missed the lair. And we're only seeing Carapace being upgraded. The second Evo is doing nothing currently. And I'm wondering why.
Roachborn. Now, this is the Meomaika we know and love.
Okay. Huh.
Right. If he takes all the gases, Moonglade, I think he might be going for the worm from down under.
I think he might just be doing that, my friend. I'm very convinced at this point. We are seeing the Carapace.
You feel the worm? You feel like the worm's coming?
It's a worm from down under, if I've ever seen one.
All right. Well, it does look pretty wormy.
Couple of spores, no third base. I think everything points to the Nidus. The great worm from below.
Yeah, it's up to HuT to identify this and then spread his units out, get rid of those overlords. Double upgrades to the roaches as well from the Evo chamber, and there's that roach speed. But you don't need roach speed when your units pop out right next to the Terran's production facilities. He sees no third here. HuT's confirmed no third, and he's like, oh, SpaghettiOs.
Okay, the sneaky snake is on its way.
Yeah. A lot of roaches being made here from Mio. There's that scan. Hello, lair. Hello, gases. But no worm just yet. Just making a lot of roaches on 2 bases here.
And we did see this the other game, but it was after the Nidus was scouted that he decided, okay, I'm just going upgraded roaches here and making it like a ball. It's going to try and steamroll you.
HuT is playing exactly how I play against really weird Zergs. I mean, with like 1/10 the mechanic ability. But he is just scanning non-stop. Mules be damned. He's just continually scanning the Zerg using the scout button that Terran has as a race mechanic.
And this is definitely what Meomaika wants, man. He's like, I'm going full random. I'm going to try and confuse my opponent by playing this weird aggressive style. But he's masked it very well with the appearance of the worm from below, the great. What did you call it? The worm from down under?
The worm from down under, yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Considering this is oceanic, I thought that would be nice.
He's going to try
in these tanks, though. And this Banshee, nothing that Mio can do about it. He hasn't even got a Hydroden finish yet. This is very awkward for the Vietnamese Zerg. He's actually in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he is not finding purchase with his choices so far. And HuT is almost comfortable enough to get that third base, I think. He's deflected what he's seen with this Banshee out. I think he's definitely got the space to do so. Yeah.
Yeah. This Viking's been worth its weight in gold as well. It's got an Overseer, killing Overlords. Supply block Meomaika at one time. Is continuing to roll around and look for anything it can. There is still no ability for this army to shoot up, so the Banshee's continuing to do damage. That's a Spore Crawler right there. Hello, Queen. Does have Cloak, I believe. Let me just check. Nope, never got Cloak. Forget that.
I've forgotten that already. Now, I kind of want to see 3 factory tank again. It might just be me, but I feel like he did a lot of good work against Meomaika and his style, and his very ground-heavy style. And just the way he kind of played it, I think he could do a lot of work again.
Well, you know what? We haven't seen it just yet. In fact, his next two production facilities are actually a couple barracks. Meomaika are looking for anything here, and that is a donation to the Feed HuT Foundation. No way that's going to do anything. He is locked down here with that third base on location. Meomaika sees it with the positioning of this army that HuT almost certainly has a third. And he's going up towards Hive. Infestation's pit's finished. There's that Hive starting up now. +2 armor about to finish for his ground army. A lot of Hydras coming.
A lot of Hydra, and we're seeing straight to Hive again, so I think in that late game, Viper style again, and free Hydra, very kind. Good to get the rest out here.
He doesn't want to lose any medevacs to Hydras here. HuT did lose quite a few medevacs to Hydralisks in the first game on Dreamcatcher, and he is going to double factory for siege tank production, but that's not crazy. That's something that a lot of Terrans do when they're up against this kind of style. The third factory, though, that was the style. That's the style we know and love.
That was the money.
Yeah, that was the money shot. Ooh, Meomaika making a lot of drones here. Well, he is gunning for that tier 3.
Yep, he is. Just a very sort of standard late game from Meomaika. It's not what I was expecting in the series, but I'm not against it at all.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the infinity roaches that he made that didn't do anything, it was, you know, this is a pretty regular ZVT here from here on. He's getting that melee upgrade. You can see that he's already got +2 armor. Hive is done, so he can get +3 armor, but his double evos are actually getting attack upgrades, so he can't get +3 for them ultras just yet, which is certainly on the cards here as the ultra cavern gets dropped back at home. Now, this map's a lot better for ultras than Dreamcatcher, I feel, because there's a lot of choke points in Dreamcatcher, make things a little bit easier for the Terran, a lot of good spots for those siege tanks to shell away those ultras without getting taken out. But there's a bit more like open areas in the middle of Lost and Found, where I get a little bit worried for HuT if he's out in the middle of the map. But as far as attacking these third bases and these naturals, it's still sort of, you know, similar to Dreamcatcher in the sense that siege tanks will rule all.
Yeah, absolutely. Completely agree with you there. And we are seeing that big drop rotate down, and it's actually a pretty good time to do it. We are seeing a lot of Meomaika's army kind of gather around the 3rd, 4th base, just posturing up in the middle there, waiting for their ultras to come out.
Hope Meomaika doesn't spook easily. We've got ghosts on the way here for HuT. Ghost Academy 3/4 of the way done.
Oh, look at this.
This is a nice push timing from HuT. The ultras aren't out just yet.
Nice tank position as well, but that is a lot of army. Big drop made though. Gotta stop that chitinous plating.
If he can get chitinous and the ultra cavern, that's going to be the last 4 ultras we see for quite a while here from Meomaika. He can't get it. A nice way for the Hive. Meomaika's not even reacting to it.
Oh my
He's not
God.
reacting to it. The Hive's going to go down. Oh! Massive pick off there for HuT. All he lost was a medevac and like 10 Marines. Who cares? He got the Hive and an ultra cavern. That's
He's going to be working on this bottom base as well and getting cancelled here. Very smiley for Meomaika, getting that ultra cavern before the Hive went down as well. So making sure he has that tech even though losing that tier 3.
But this means no Vipers, Moonglade. It means these tanks are still a massive threat against Meomaika.
He never made Vipers.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
Big trouble for Meomaika until he can rectify that. He hasn't even started a lair yet.
Yeah, come on, Mia. He needs to get back up that tech line. Maybe he just thinks the ultras will get the job done here, but I got bad news for you, buddy. Liberators and siege tanks are very hard to deal with when you don't have those Vipers on the field. Mass Hydralisk has helped Meomaika so many times in so many different games, but I don't think it's going to help him this time with this many Marines and this spread of siege tanks.
Yeah, very smart from HuT, just posturing up, man. Getting the sensor towers out, making sure no surprises.
Done with roaches. Get out of here.
I think that's a pretty good call.
Man, this is looking really rough for Meomaika. He doesn't have chitinous or +3 armor for the ultras just yet, and HuT's going for another big drop with 3 medevacs. Last time it was very effective.
The army is out of position once again.
Yeah, the army's on the other side of the map, Moonglade. He's actually grabbed everything. He's left nothing at home, and there's got to be 4 Liberators and a bunch of siege tanks here at this 3rd.
Oh, man.
You can't attack that.
You can't attack that, buddy. And now he's going to be paying with his tech in his main once again. This time everything else could go for the spawning pool. Infestation pit. He's going to need that infestation pit for the Hive. His lair is almost finished.
Oh man, this hatchery will be attacked by HuT in the bottom side. HuT is all over the place, and that's going to be a hatchery kill, not a cancel. Good pick up there from HuT, just costing a few Marines. He gets another hatchery kill in the main base. And like you said, without the infestation pit, that means that there is no hive anywhere in sight here for Meomaika.
Very nice maneuvers from HuT. HuT nearly maxed out. He's just waiting to get enough ghosts out, get that +3. He's in such a good position.
Oh, these Liberators going out for a bit of harassment here. HuT likes to stack Liberators all on one base. Instead of going for like one Liberator per mineral line, he like stacks them on a mineral line and it just guns down so many drones.
Yeah, because if you're not paying attention, you just literally lose everything very, very quickly.
Right. Here come the ghosts. Is there an Overseer with this army?
Free Ultra.
Yep.
Oh, he saw that too. He hasn't responded with his Liberators. I guess they're queued up right now. Instead, going to be going to town on this base, and it has not been reacted to yet.
Oh man, I don't even know if there's enough Hydras here. These two Liberators are starting to gun down the Hydra side. Turns out there isn't, and even a Corrosive Bile to help out. Loses a few Hydras and 4 drones to 3 Liberators. Does kind of suck, but HuT's just back in the main again. This time there's nothing to kill. Meomaika's given up this spot. He's like, yeah, you want an extractor? Go for it.
Yep. Take that, extractor.
Oh man, that extractor died so hard. Oh man, that's what's in the bad block. Is that the only Hydra dead?
I'm gonna say yes.
It is actually. I just did a structures check. He has no Hydra den anymore.
That's gonna come back to bite him. These ghosts finding more purchase, getting a lot of snipes and ultras, man. You cannot afford to be losing ultras right now.
Certainly can't. Dude, these ghosts are really hurting Meomaika here. He impede them. Why
Take
not?
that. Yeah, man, get rid of that
Roach went from 0 energy to 0 energy. That's right. Get EMP'd, son. Double Spire from Meomaika, so he's switching gears here. Going to try and go for the Broodlord play. It could work, but I'm still a little bit worried. There's so many ghosts here for HuT. And Meomaika has not been showing the best tier 3 unit control in this series.
Yeah, well, just getting there is the biggest problem for him right now. He does have the money. If you look at that bank, my God, he's got the money. It's just getting the tech back. He's just not defending all these bases very well. He does not have static defense. And now, finally, HuT, it's time to drop the hammer, get all these tanks in position, and start working on these outer bases.
He kills another hatchery here. He's got Liberators, Ghosts, and a whole lot of bio with 3-3 still available. And Meomaika, once again, with his entire army out of position, is going to lose another hatchery, and the Spires are here as well. He even lost his spawning pool, as well as his Hydra den, and he never remade them until now. He's making 11 Corruptors. Do Corruptors kill this army of HuT, Moonblade?
Negative. They do not. They do not do anything.
Copy that. That's a negative on that.
That is a hard neg. That's a hard negative, my friend.
Dude, there is so much here from Meomaika going for a big counterattack, but HuT just needs to pull back, and if he can clean up the Zerg army, that is going to be curtains for the Zerg.
He's got the overseers.
Hello,
oh, no. He's going
Never say die.
Here.
Yeah.
Everything getting mulched. See you later, Ultralist. Even in supply.
Yeah, he's got a greater Spire on the way, but it's off creep. It's actually bleeding out a little bit. So save it. I don't see an option here for Meomaika. He's caught in a position where he has to make. He's making 11 Overlords because he's in a really horrible supply block after losing all his Overseers.
Well,
how does he win this game, Moonblade? I don't see it.
I think his trump card is just the Broodlords. That's all he's got, man.
These ghosts are out of snipe energy, to be fair. They just cloaked the whole time. Oh, no, never mind. Here's some full juiced up. Here's some ghosts prepared earlier.
Oh, no. He's just trying to find what he can, trying to counterattack where he can.
I like this. This is nice from Meomaika. Trying to pull HuT back, but HuT has this ability to lift his structures and kill the Zerg, and I think that he's going to do just that. The Corruptors certainly can pick things up from the sky, but HuT's got a lot of firepower here. This is Meomaika's one chance, I think, to try and base trade.
I think it's a pretty good move, to be honest. It's going to get real scary once he got those Broodlords out there. He might be able to find a good fight.
Oh, Meomaika's coming home. I think that's... I mean, he's between a rock and a hard place, but coming home here is helping HuT win this game, I think. He's got an army that Meomaika can't kill. Once again, no Vipers.
Oh, man.
No Broodlords.
He cannot afford to lose all these... Oh my goodness!
I mean, they ate a lot of snipe energy, I guess. So the Ultras are able to do a fair bit here. They can't be sniped down. HuT's going to lose a lot of his army here.
There's no oversteers for these ghosts once again, so a lot of Hydras going down. He can actually focus down these morphing overseers.
He's doing just that. Goodbye, overseers.
So much damage being done. And Meomaika is in dire straits right now. He's only got...
Well...
Does he even have one mining base at this point? No, he's got nothing. Actually, he's got one. He's got one half mining base.
He's got one mining base and he's got 10 drone saturation there on that not full mining base there to the south. He evacuated, but the Corruptors a little bit quicker.
It's really never...
That's got 4 ghosts in it.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's costly.
Now, HuT did lose a lot of his army, and he is quite mineral broke, but he has a lot of ghosts, so...
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah,
there go all the Ultras.
Those Ultras did die, and this is getting a little bit scrappy here, but I still kind of like HuT's position. There's no real way for him to clear these planetaries, you know what I mean? Like, that's the biggest problem.
That is #1 problem right now, and the longer this goes on, the more energy these ghosts are going to have for the rest of his units. Meomaika trying to find something, trying to find somewhere he can attack. He might have found a bottom right. There's currently nothing going on here, no planetary.
Yeah, that's a nice pick off there for Meomaika. He's got lots of SCVs as well, actually. But even losing all these SCVs, it seems like HuT's going to still have more workers. Ooh, pulling back between this little line here. The Links aren't going to do a whole lot at all, and this tank's doing a lot of damage. But Meomaika, once again, huge army supply, and get a repair on that planetary. The planetary is doing a lot of work here, softening up those units of Meomaika as they come through into the natural.
More and more Hydras blocking the one ultra that could help out against this. Finally get through, but at half health. Big trade-off here for both sides. Meomaika is trying to end this.
That is going to be that.
That is going to be that, my friend.
That's it.
The SCVs are going to tank for the rest of this, and now a ton of ghosts chasing down the remaining ultra Hydras.
Meomaika still has the ability to make Ling and Hydra, and that is his staple unit composition. But, I mean, there is still so many bases alive for HuT, while Meomaika's been, like you mentioned, on 3 bases, not really mining. He's making infestors now because, you know, the ghosts are a huge problem for him.
Yeah.
Infestors are pretty much the best way for Zergs to deal with a lot of ghosts.
It's a lot of mules going down as well. Really help out HuT, because he seems to be really lacking his economy. Fine with the decent orbital amount, but
very mineral stuff.
Yeah. It's going to really turn things around for him as well. He does have the bases secured. It's just about mining them.
Isn't repairing this planetary either, so that's a little softened up. Meomaika, though, I don't believe in his ability to bust a planetary. I mean, maybe if he had a lot of Corruptors, and he, like, caustic sprayed it down. Before
the Ghosts annihilated them. That's the hardest thing as well. Ghosts are just going to hard counter anything that's out in the air. Anything that's going to track him in.
That Spire of Meomaika, the greatest Spire, is dead.
Oh.
So he actually can't make any more Corruptors.
Well then. Never mind.
Yep.
They find another base, but there's not really mining, so no stress there. Only 3 drones. More mining down below. So the game kind of reset a bit. Despite HuT having like great engagements, etc., he doesn't have the ability to shut it down completely just yet and end the game. Because of the fact that his economy was so badly destroyed and kind of set them both back into the Stone Age in a way.
Both players took insane damage from each other. I still really prefer HuT's position just because he has so many command centers alive and his mineral patches look a little bit better, a little healthier. He has the ability to mule as well. Meomaika hasn't really been making drones. He's still just on 33 workers. In fact, some of those drones are going to die to these Marines. HuT still has the ability to make an army. Meomaika has Ling, Hydra, and Infestor.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad against what we see right now.
It's not too bad. It's true. I don't think he has... No, he doesn't have pathogen glands, but the Infestors certainly have enough energy for fungals here. This is going to be a very, very important attack for Meomaika. If he can get the job done here, it's going to be all about it. Does he have any detection for these ghosts?
Oh, well, he's got the fungal. Going to need that right now. Nice EMPs. Going to get rid of some of them, but a lot of them remain. They're going to be picking up the rest of them.
And no overseers, so the ghosts just win?
I am so surprised that there's no overseers to help out this as well. Completely relying on fungal hits on a lot of ghosts was a big mistake for Meomaika, and now he is really in the red.
Yeah, HuT is ahead in pretty much every single way right now. He's got almost double the army supply, and he started siege tank production again. And that's the scariest thing for Meomaika with that Ling, Hydra, Infestor unit composition. It's remaking Infestors, and once again, does not have pathogen glands. So these Infestors are going to take a little while before they have juice.
Oh, look at this.
Cute.
Very
Very
cute. I don't know if it's going to do too much. Maybe we get the tanks. Oh!
Yeah. Surprise! I'm dead!
Surprise! GG! HuT! HuT qualifies for Valencia.
Dude, congratulations, HuT. He's going to be our top 2 player. We're going to have a TVT final here.